Hello and welcome. In a moment, I will show you how my character, which is Softcore SSF, fares against some of the Pinnacle content that this game has to offer. The difficulty that you're about to see will range from like 0 to 2. That's kind of what I've been able to farm. You can see I haven't even found an Arbiter yet. I probably could have done some +3 difficulties, but I tried +4 instead with the limited resources I had, and those failed. I wouldn't say miserably. I almost killed the Ritual King. But yeah, whatever. I think +2 is the highest we ended up doing right now. The reason I'm stopping here is because I am going to Hardcore SSF after this. I am kind of done with this character. It had a good run. I've had my enjoyment with it. Kind of over it, and the upgrades that I would have to farm to make this character strong enough to do +4 isn't something I want to do on SSF right now. Not on Softcore SSF. And I'm not interested in going to trade. So, Hardcore SSF, I really want to get back to Hardcore. I got that itch. So yeah. First, I want to take a moment to go over my gear and some thoughts on this build in general. And especially considering SSF. So my gear. This weapon is a slight upgrade over what I've been using most of the end game if you've been watching the other video. Other than that, you know, all my gear is pretty okay. You can see some of them will have some very good resistances, but then lesser prefixes. This ring, I swear, I've had this since the campaign. I had to equip it to fix my fire res. My fire res is barely over cap. This ring, very good defensively. You know, all the resistances I could want. Pretty okay chests, pretty okay neck, a nice +1 to all levels of gems. Pretty good focus, I would say. The only thing I would change on this is the mana regen to cast speed, and I honestly don't know how much better it can get on trade. I don't really check that stuff. And then this basic helmet. I think I showed everything there. My passive tree is looking like this. It's a very basic essence range setup that most people are doing at this point. Curse on one weapon set and totem on the other weapon set. If you're looking for a build guide, I'm probably not your guy. That's not what I'm trying to do here. There's people who are far better and smarter than me who can, you know, help you out with that. So I'd recommend going for that. This is just a showcase of the build. My thoughts on this build. For SSF specifically, it did so well. The campaign went great. The end game went great. Some awkward moments where I had like low ES and low resistances and was pushing waystones too high too fast. I kind of died a lot. But overall, what was my DoT? 66. Ooh, in 2 days and 10 hours played. Since league start. Not a low amount of hours by any means. I don't know how much of that's AFK, who cares? I played a decent bit. We're level 92. So the problem with SSF for this build is that right now my character can handle like tier 2, tier 3 difficulty of Pinnacle bosses. To push that further, to push it to the real tier 4, I would need a lot more damage. Damage is my biggest issue. Like defensively, I can survive a pretty decent long time in some of those fights. The bosses just need to die faster in the ones I've tried in tier 4. How do you scale damage? On this build, obviously spell damage, chaos damage would be great. More spell gems is huge. I don't have a 6-link, you know, SSF luck and all that. So higher gem levels from both this gem, more here, like 2 more here. So let's say I could have like +4 to gem levels. A big one is cast speed. I have 0 cast speed on any of my gear. None on my wand, none on my offhand, none on my rings, none on my neck. Cast speed would be very big. You'll see on some of the fights where I wasn't using Withering Presence yet, you'll see that I'm pretty sure I don't even go all the way up to full withered stacks, which is a bit unfortunate. So yeah, that's the only downside. I would have to farm a pretty long time to get better jewelry that allows me to get more damage alongside with not screwing my resistances. Obviously, I could get those from other pieces of gear as well. But that's just, I've been kind of CBA. I've been kind of just farming endgame bosses for a while now. I'm kind of ignoring gearing. I've just been like, I'm just gonna get the bosses done and swap to hardcore. So yeah, a bit unfortunate that like right at the end game the character fell off for me on SSF, but it's been fun. It's been good. Hope you enjoy the boss gameplay, which we will go to now. Enjoy. So yeah, that was this character against some of the Pinnacle bosses at various difficulties. Hope you enjoyed. I had a good time with this character. It is now time for me to move on. I am moving to Hardcore SSF. I don't know just yet what I'll be playing, but I'll find out by Saturday, which is when I'm planning to start. I'll probably live stream it Saturday. If you're interested, come hang out. Come have a chat. As always, hope you had a good time. Leave a comment, drop a like, leave a subscribe thingy, whatever. Hope you have a good one, and goodbye.